By me, 28, senior HR business partner at a mid-sized tech unicorn in the Bay Area. Degree in sociology and organizational psychology. My job is culture curation, basically making sure the office vibes are immaculate and the liability is zero. Wake up at 6:00 a.m. Green juice yoga, check LinkedIn. Scroll through my feed. See a post about a CEO stepping down after allegations of toxic leadership. No specific details, just misconduct and patterns of behavior. I like the post. Comment accountability is non-negotiable, clapping hands. Feel a warm glow in my chest. The world is cleaning itself up, one dinosaur at a time. Walk into the kitchen. Apartment is modern, minimalist, expensive. Paid for mostly by my fiancé, David. David is 32. Principal software architect. The kind of guy who dreams in Python and speaks in SQL. He's sitting at the island, hoodie up, typing furiously on a mechanical keyboard. Clag, 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 clag. He looks like he hasn't slept. Again. Morning, I say, pouring coffee. He grunts, doesn't look up. Bug in the legacy migration. If I don't fix the API gateway by noon, the Europe launch is toast. He's been working on this migration for 6 months. Carries the entire backend team on his back. Introvert to the extreme. Hates meetings, hates office politics, just wants to build clean code. I look at his messy hair, the dark circles. You need to delegate, David. You're a principal now. Let the juniors handle the grunt work. He stops typing, sighs, rubs his eyes under his glasses. The juniors don't know the architecture. If they touch this, the database shards desync. It has to be me. He takes a sip of cold brew. Besides, Jessica is pushing for the launch today. She promised the board. Jessica is the new senior product manager. MBA from a top school, talks a big game. Lots of buzzwords regarding synergy and agile velocity. I've had lunch with her a few times. She's charming, stylish, knows exactly what to say to leadership. Jessica is just doing her job, David. She's driving the product vision. David scoffs. She doesn't know what an API is. She just sets impossible deadlines and schedules meetings during deep work blocks. I roll my eyes. That's collaboration. You engineers always want to work in silos. It's not healthy. I kiss him on the head, grab my bags. Try to be a team player today, okay? Optics matter. He mutters something about code doesn't care about optics. I leave feeling like the adult in the room. Drive to the office. Open plan bean bags, kombucha on tap. My sanctuary. Spend the morning handling interpersonal conflicts, which usually means telling a boomer sales guy he can't call the interns sweetheart. Around 2:00 p.m. I get a Slack message. From Jessica. Hey, do you have 5 mins? Need to chat about a sensitive issue regarding the Eng team. My HR radar pings. Sure, swing by my pod. Jessica walks in 10 minutes later. She looks distressed. Perfect makeup but eyes a little wide, hands clasping a notebook. She sits down, lowers her voice. I really didn't want to bring this up. I know he's your fiancé, so this is super awkward. My stomach tightens. Professionalism kicks in. If this is an HR matter, I can recuse myself and bring in Sarah from legal. Jessica shakes her head quickly. No, it's not formal yet. I just need advice. It's David. I stiffen. What about him? She sighs, looks down at her hands. We had a stand-up meeting regarding the launch delay. I asked him for a timeline. And he got aggressive. He raised his voice. He told me I didn't understand the complexity and that I was useless overhead. She pauses, looking up with watery eyes. He slammed his laptop shut in front of the whole squad. I felt unsafe, like he was going to snap. I blink. David. The guy who moves spiders outside instead of killing them. The guy who cries during Pixar movies. But I also know he's stressed. He hasn't slept. He called you useless overhead. Jessica nods. He has this tone, it's very condescending, mansplaining the code to me like I'm a child. It's a pattern of microaggressions, honestly. Today was just the breaking point. So I lean back. My training takes over. Believe the complainant, impact over intent. Even if it's David, especially if it's David. I can't show bias. I'm so sorry you felt that way, Jessica. That behavior is not aligned with our values. I don't want to get him in trouble, she adds quickly. I don't know how to work with him when he's like this. The team is walking on eggshells. I nod slowly. Leave it with me, I'll handle it. She leaves looking relieved, tragic. I sit there for a moment. Text David, we need to talk tonight. He replies, can't, late deployment, order dinner without me. Typical. Avoidance. I go home, eat a salad, scroll Twitter. See threads about tech bros and gatekeeping in STEM. It all fits the narratives. Genius coder thinks the rules don't apply to him. Thinks because he builds the thing, he gets to belittle the people managing it. It's toxic. David gets home at 11:30 p.m. He looks gray, drops his bag, collapses onto the sofa. Launch failed, rollback initiated, total disaster. He rubs his face. Jessica pushed the button before the tests passed. I told her not to. I stand in the doorway, arms crossed. Jessica came to see me today. David freezes. He looks up, confused. What? She said you were aggressive, that you slammed your laptop and called her useless. David blinks, bewildered. I didn't yell, I was frustrated. She was interrupting the sprint planning with marketing nonsense. I told her the feature wasn't ready. Did you call her useless overhead? David hesitates. I said we need less overhead and more dev time. I was talking about the meetings, not her. She said she felt unsafe, David. He laughs. A sharp, incredulous sound. Unsafe? Are you kidding me? I was sitting in a chair. She was the one standing over me demanding a deployment. Perception is reality, I say, reciting the mantra. If you made her feel small, that's on you. You have to check your power dynamic. You're a principal, she's a PM. He stares at me. Like I'm a stranger. I'm the one working 80-hour weeks to fix her mistakes. She's the one with the MBA and the ear of the VP. What power dynamic? See, this is the problem, I say, voice rising. You don't get it. You think your technical skill excuses your lack of emotional intelligence. He stands up. I'm exhausted, I can't do this right now. He walks to the bedroom. I stay in the living room. Fuming. He's gaslighting me, minimizing her lived experience. Next day at work, I'm called into the VP of People's office. Sarah from legal is there. Bad sign. We have a formal complaint filed against David, the VP says. Hostile work environment, gender-based discrimination, retaliation. My heart drops. Retaliation. Apparently, after the meeting yesterday, he blocked her access to the repository. She claims it was punishment for speaking up. I know for a fact he locks the repo during rollbacks to prevent bad code commits. It's standard procedure. But explaining that sounds like I'm defending him. I say stiffly. Since you are in a relationship with the accused, we are placing you on an ethical wall. You cannot discuss this with him. We are bringing in an external investigator. Understood. I walk back to my desk. My hands are shaking. I text David, don't say anything to anyone. HR investigation pending. He replies. I don't reply. That night, silence in the apartment. He sleeps in the guest room. 2 days later, David is put on paid administrative leave. Pending investigation results. He sits on the couch at 10 a.m. staring at the wall. They locked my laptop, he says quietly. I can't even access my personal notes. My code snippets, 10 years of work. It's standard procedure, I say, grabbing a yogurt. If you didn't do anything wrong, the investigation will clear you. He looks at me. Do you believe that? I believe in the process, I say. Companies don't just fire top talent for no reason, David. If there's smoke, there's fire. He flinches. She's lying, she needs a scapegoat for the failed launch. Stop victim blaming, I snap. Why would she lie? What does she gain? It takes courage to come forward. He laughs again, that bitter, hollow laugh. You really are brainwashed, aren't you? I leave for work. Angry. How dare he? I'm the one holding it together while his career implodes because he couldn't be polite. A week passes. The investigation is opaque. Interviews with the team. I hear whispers in the break room. Yeah, David was always kind of intense. He never came to happy hours. I heard he made Jessica cry in the bathroom. Toxic masculinity man, classic engineer ego. Nobody mentions that he stayed late to help interns debug. Nobody mentions he advocated for salary transparency. They just rewrite history to fit the current drama. Then the article drops. TechCrunch culture crisis at company name. Senior architect accused of harassment. Leaked by an anonymous source. Doesn't name him but names his title and the project. Everyone knows it's him. Twitter picks it up. Another tech bro gatekeeping women out of coding. Fires him immediately. Zero tolerance for misogyny. I read the comments. My stomach churns. But part of me thinks maybe they're right. Maybe I was blind. Love is blind, right? Maybe he really is a monster at work and I just see the soft side at home. I go home. David is on the floor, surrounded by printed bank statements. What are you doing? Calculating how long I can pay the mortgage if I get fired. You won't get fired if you're innocent. He holds up a piece of paper. They sent me a settlement offer. Resign, take 3 months severance, sign an NDA, or they terminate for cause and fight me on unemployment. They offered a settlement. It means they have no proof, he says, eyes wild. If they had proof, they'd just fire me. They want me to go quietly so they can save face. Maybe you should take it, I say. He stares at me. And admit guilt, destroy my reputation. David, look at the news. The brand is taking a hit. They have to do something. If you fight this, you'll be unhireable. I'm innocent, he screams. First time he's ever raised his voice at me. I flinch. See, I say softly. You have a temper, maybe you don't even see it. He stops. Shoulders slump. The light goes out of his eyes. You too, he whispers. Even you. He signs the paper the next morning. Resigns. Personal reasons. The company puts out a statement reaffirming their commitment to inclusive excellence. Jessica gets promoted to head of product for steering the ship through a turbulent transition. David packs his things. Not just his office things. His apartment things. I'm moving back to Oregon, he says. My brother has a contracting firm, fixing servers for lumber mills. David, don't be dramatic. You can find another job here. In the valley, he laughs. I'm radioactive, HR backchannels talk. You know that better than anyone. He's right. I know exactly what I'd say if his resume crossed my desk. Culture risk. He lives. The apartment feels huge and quiet. I tell my friends we grew apart. He had some issues he needs to work on. They nod sympathetically. You dodged a bullet, babes. Men like that never change. 6 months later, I'm at a Women in Tech gala. Networking champagne, speeches about empowerment. Jessica is there. She's the keynote speaker. Breaking the glass ceiling, overcoming toxic workplaces. She looks radiant. Spotlights on her. She tells the story. A vague, heroic version. I stood up to a senior leader who thought he could silence me. I refused to let his technical gatekeeping stop our vision. Thunderous applause. I clap too. I feel proud the system worked. We protected the vulnerable. Afterward, at the mixer, I bump into her at the bars. Jessica, great speech. She smiles, slightly tipsy. Oh hey, thanks, it's been a crazy year. How is the project going, I ask. Project Aegis, oh we scrapped it. She waves a hand dismissively. Too much technical debt. We pivoted to a blockchain integration, much more buzz. My brow furrows. But David spent 2 years on that architecture. It was the core of the platform. She giggles. Yeah, well, it was too complicated. Nobody else understood it. Once he was gone, we realized we couldn't maintain it. So pivot. She leans in conspiratorial. Honestly, it was a blessing in disguise. He was such a bottleneck. Always no, we can't do that. No, that's not secure. Such a downer. But the harassment, I ask, voice quiet. The hostile environment. She rolls her eyes. He was just impossible. You know the type. Autistic genius vibe, wouldn't play ball. I needed him out of the way so I could bring in my own dev lead. Someone who gets the asterisk vision. She takes a sip of champagne. I mean, did he technically harass me? No, but he was annoying as hell. And he made me look bad in front of the VP, so I used the tools available. She winks. HR is a weapon, babes, you should know that. She squeezes my arm. Don't look so shocked, it's survival of the fittest, he wasn't fit. She floats away to talk to a venture capitalist. I stand there, frozen. The room is loud, music pumping. But I hear nothing. I use the tools available. HR is a weapon. I think of David, sitting on the floor. I'm innocent. And me saying, check your privilege. I think of him fixing servers in a lumber mill in Oregon. Wasted genius. Because he was annoying. Because he cared about code quality more than politics. And I helped kill him. I feel sick. Physically ill. I go to the bathroom. Splash cold water on my face. Look in the mirrors. Accountability is non-negotiable. The words mock me. I go back out. Pull out my phone. Check LinkedIn. See Jessica's post about her speech. So honored to share my truth. 5,000 likes. I thumb hovers over the comment button. I could say something. I could expose her. She admitted it was a lie. I type it out. Then I stop. I look around the rooms. The VPs, the investors, the media. If I speak up, I become the defender of the toxic male. I become the pick-me girls. I lose my job, my reputation, my apartment. The system doesn't care about truth. It cares about the narrative. And the narrative is set. David is the villain, Jessica is the hero. I delete the comments, lock my phone, walk back to the bars, order a vodka soda. A colleague walks up. Great event, right? Jessica is so inspiring. I smile. It feels like a mask glued to my face. Yeah, I say. So inspiring. It's good to see the good guys winning for once, she says. I clink my glass against hers. Absolutely. The system works. I drink. The vodka burns, but not as much as the silence. I go home alone. Check David's social media. He hasn't posted in 8 months. Last post is a photo of a dog in the woods. No caption. I block him. Can't look at it. It's better this way. If he's blocked, he doesn't exist. If he doesn't exist, I didn't do anything wrong. Sleep comes hard. Next morning, wake up at 6:00 a.m. Scroll LinkedIn. See a post about a director of engineering fired for misconduct at another firm. No details. I like the post. Comment accountability matters clapping hands. Put down the phone. Stare at the empty kitchen island, where the mechanical keyboard used to be. It's quiet, so quiet, but at least the office vibes are immaculate.